My brother slept with my wife and got her pregnant. So I broke his face, kicked her out of our home, and cut off my entire family. Now they're all begging for forgiveness, but I'm never going back. I never thought I would be writing this, but here we are. Need to get this off my chest before I lose my mind. I am Dustin, 32, and until 3 days ago I thought I had it figured out. Good job managing solar farm projects across the state, beautiful wife, 2 amazing kids. The whole package, right? My wife Aaliyah and I met 9 years ago at a friend's barbecue. She was fresh out of her master's program, about to start as a high school guidance counselor. Smart, driven, gorgeous. The type who actually listened when you talked about voltage drops and panel efficiency. We got married 2 years later. Had Mia, who is 5 now and already too smart for her own good. Then Noah came along, just turned 3 last month. My younger brother Cole was my best man at the wedding, 4 years younger than me. He has always been the one everyone gravitates toward. While I was studying electrical systems and project management, he was building his reputation as an artist. Opened his own tattoo studio at 24. The guy, his Instagram has like 45,000 followers now. Mom never shuts up about how creative and special he is. Do not get me wrong, I loved my brother. We were tight growing up. He would crash at my place in college when things got rough at home. I co-signed his first business loan. When Aaliyah and I got together, Cole just naturally became part of our circle. Sunday dinners, holiday gatherings, random drop-ins when he was between appointments. The last few months though something felt off. Aaliyah started working late more often. School budget meetings, parent conferences that ran until 9 p.m., emergency counseling sessions. I am not an idiot, I noticed. But when you have got 2 kids and a mortgage, you do not go looking for problems that might not exist. She had been weird about her phone too, taking it to the bathroom, keeping it face down during dinner, getting defensive when I asked who texted. Just work stuff, Dustin. God, cannot I have 5 minutes of privacy? Meanwhile, Cole started showing up more when I was not around. I would come home and find out he had stopped by for lunch. Helped Aaliyah with grocery runs. Fixed the garage door that one Tuesday I was in Arlington surveying a new site. Just being a good brother-in-law, right? I started working longer hours myself. Big project in Riverside County, 200-acre installation. The kind of job that makes your career if you nail it. Maybe I was avoiding home. Maybe I did not want to see what was right in front of me. 3 days ago changed everything. I was supposed to be at the Riverside site until evening, but our main transformer failed inspection. Whole crew had to stop work while we waited for the replacement parts. No point standing around an empty field, so I headed home around 2 p.m. Aaliyah's car was not in the driveway. Good, I thought. I could grab a shower, maybe watch something that was not cartoons for once. I walked through the front door, dropped my keys in the bowl, was heading to the kitchen for a beer when I saw it there on the coffee table like it was meant to be found, an ultrasound photo. Not old, not from Noah or Mia. The date stamp was from last week. My first thought was confusion. We had been careful. Aaliyah had an intrauterine device. We had agreed 2 kids was perfect. We could not afford another, not with the mortgage and Mia starting private kindergarten. I picked up the photo and that is when I saw the writing on the back. My brother is handwriting. I would know it anywhere, that weird half print half cursive style he uses for everything. Cannot wait, bro. 3 words. That is all it took. My legs went numb. I sat down hard on the couch, still holding that little black and white photo. The room felt like it was tilting. Everything I thought I knew, everything I had built, everything I had trusted gone. Cannot wait, bro. Not congrats. Not so happy for you guys. Cannot wait, bro. Like he was part of this. Like he was the reason for this. I stared at that photo for probably 10 minutes. The tiny blob that was about to destroy everything. My phone buzzed with a text from Aaliyah. Working late again tonight. There is leftover pasta in the fridge. I looked at the ultrasound, looked at her text back at the ultrasound. Then I did something I had never done before. I went hunting. First thing I did was photograph that ultrasound. Front, back, even took a video of me finding it on the table. Evidence. That is what my brain kept saying. Evidence. I went to Aaliyah's car first. She always kept a spare key in the garage. Popped the door, checked the center console, nothing. Glove compartment, registration, insurance, some old receipts. Then I looked under the passenger seat. Prenatal vitamins, the expensive ones. The kind she complained about having to take when she was pregnant with Noah because they made her nauseous. Hidden under the seat like contraband. Back inside, I opened my laptop at the kitchen table. Our credit card statements were all digital. Aaliyah insisted on it for the cashback rewards. I had never really looked closely before. Why would I? We both worked, both contributed, both trusted. 4 months back, Hilton Garden Inn, $127. A Wednesday when she said she was at a district meeting. 3 months back, the Westin, $195. Another late work night. 2 months back, 3 charges at Morrison, is that upscale Italian place downtown. Each for around $90. Dinner for 2, not 1. My phone buzzed. Aaliyah again. Do not wait up. This parent is having a breakdown. I almost laughed. Almost. Kept digging. Her gym bag was in the laundry room. I remembered she had been protective of it lately, taking it upstairs instead of leaving it by the door. Inside beneath her workout clothes and that disgusting protein shaker she never washed properly, my fingers hit something hard. A phone. A F-word burner phone. My hand stayed steady as I powered it on. No password. Stupid mistake. The messages loaded. All from one number saved as K. I scrolled to the beginning. 8 months of messages. 8 months. Last night was incredible. Cannot stop thinking about you. He does not deserve you. When are you going to tell him? Then the recent ones got specific. The baby changes everything. We cannot keep hiding after this. I will take care of you both. Promise. Just a few more months and we can stop pretending. The last message was from this morning. From Cole. Did you leave it out like we discussed? Time to start the end game. They planned this. They wanted me to find it. I sat there in my laundry room surrounded by my kids' dirty clothes and my wife is lies reading 8 months of betrayal. The details they shared. The photos. The times they met when I was working late, when I was traveling for site inspections, when I took the kids to visit my dad for the weekend. My brother. My wife. 8 months. I heard Mia's voice in my head from last week. Uncle Cole came by again today. He brought Mom flowers because she was sad. Every instinct screamed at me to call Aaliyah to blow up, to drive to Cole's studio and put him through his own tattoo chair. But that is what they expected. That is what they planned for. Drama. Emotion. Me losing my mind so Aaliyah could play victim. No. I went back to the laptop. Downloaded every credit card statement. Screen recorded scrolling through the burner phone messages. Uploaded everything to 3 different cloud drives. Emailed copies to myself at 2 different addresses. Then I put the burner phone back exactly where I found it. Put the vitamins back under her car seat. Left the ultrasound exactly where it was on the coffee table. At 6 p.m., I picked up the kids from daycare like normal. Made them mac and cheese. Helped Mia with her kindergarten homework. Gave Noah his bath. Read them both stories. Tucked them in. At 9:47 p.m., Aaliyah came home. Hey babe, she said, dropping her purse on the counter. Sorry I am so late. These parents, I swear. No problem, I said, not looking up from my laptop. Kids are asleep. She walked past the coffee table, paused for half a second at the ultrasound, then kept going. I am exhausted. Going to shower and crash. Sure. She kissed the top of my head. She smelled wrong. Not like perfume or cologne. Just wrong. After she went upstairs, I pulled out the burner phone again. Opened the messages. Typed, come over tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Dustin has a late meeting. We need to talk about telling him. Hit send. Cole replied within 30 seconds. Finally. I will be there. I deleted the sent message, put the phone back and went to the garage. Sat in my truck for an hour planning. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. They wanted to tell me? Fine. But it was going to be on my terms. I called in sick the next morning. First time in 3 years. Food poisoning, I told my supervisor. Must have been something I ate. Aaliyah barely looked at me as she rushed around getting ready. You okay? Need me to stay home? Nah, I am good. Just need to sleep it off. She kissed my forehead, that same mechanical gesture she had been doing for months, and left with the kids for daycare drop-off. The second her car turned the corner, I got to work. First the important stuff. Birth certificates, passports, car titles, insurance documents, all went into my truck in a locked filing box. Moved $15,000 from our joint savings to my personal account, exactly half. Changed every password I had, email, banking, social media, everything. Then I got creative. Set up my phone on the bookshelf in the living room, hidden behind some pictures. Perfect angle on the kitchen. Started recording. Called a locksmith, scheduled for 10 p.m. Emergency service? Yeah, I will pay the extra fee. Texted my boss that I would actually need tomorrow off too. Texted Aaliyah that I had an emergency meeting in Riverside, would not be home until late. She replied with a heart emoji. The day crawled. I packed a bag for myself, hid it in the truck. Went through more messages on her burner phone, took more photos. Found a folder on our shared computer labeled lesson plans. It was full of their photos together, some explicit, all dated during our marriage. 7:30 p.m. came. I parked my truck 2 blocks away, walked back to my own house like a stranger. Waited in the garage door, cracked just enough to see. 8:03 p.m. Cole is murdered out. Challenger pulled up. He got out holding wine and flowers. My brother holding flowers for my wife, walking up to my door like he owned the place. I waited. Heard the door open, heard their voices, gave them 5 minutes. Then I walked in through my own front door. They were in the kitchen. His hands on her stomach. Her laughing at something he had said. The wine already open on my counter. Started without me? You ever see all the blood drain from someone's face? It is something. Cole stepped back. Dustin, do not. My voice came out calmer than I felt. Just do not. We were going to tell you. I crossed the kitchen in 3 steps. No wind-up, no telegraph, just straight physics. My fist connected with his nose and he dropped like his strings got cut. The sound his face made hitting my tile floor was wet. Aaliyah screamed. Dustin, stop. Blood was already pooling under Cole's face. He tried to push up, groaning. I put my knee on his back, leaned my full weight down. "You are in my house," I said, still calm. "With my wife. Touching my life. Please," he coughed, spraying blood on my floor. 8 months. I looked at Aaliyah. She had backed against the counter, hand over her mouth. 8 months of F-word, my brother. In my bed? "Dustin, I can explain." "Our bed?" She nodded. One tiny movement. "Get out," I told Cole, standing up. "Get out before I finish what I started." He scrambled up, hand covering his nose, blood running through his fingers. Looked at Aaliyah, then at me. "Go," she whispered. He went, left the flowers on my counter. Left his dignity on my floor. I turned to Aaliyah. "You have 1 hour. Pack what you can carry. Anything left goes on the curb. You cannot just. The kids, my lawyer will explain the custody arrangement. Dustin, please. We can work this out." I pulled out her burner phone, set it on the counter. 1 hour. She broke then. Real tears. Not the fake ones she had used so many times. "Where am I supposed to go?" "Call Cole." "Oh wait. You have been doing that for 8 months. This is my house too." "Was." I pulled up the recording on my phone, showed her the screen. "Everything is documented. Your phone, the photos tonight. 1 hour or I call the cops and have you trespassed." She grabbed the phone and ran upstairs. I heard drawers slamming, her sobbing, cloth hangers hitting the floor. 53 minutes later she dragged 2 suitcases down. Makeup ruined, hair a mess. "The kids will be fine. Hour is up." She left. I locked the door, then started bagging everything she had left. Clothes, jewelry, photos of us. 7 years of marriage went into garbage bags. At 10 p.m., sharp, the locksmith showed. Every lock, including the garage. At midnight I put 23 bags on the curb. At 12:47 a.m., my phone exploded. 17 missed calls. My mother, multiple texts. "What did you do to your brother?" I stared at my mother, his texts. Then I did something that felt better than breaking Cole's nose. I opened the family group chat. 165 members. Aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone from both sides. The chat we used for holiday planning and birthday wishes. Started with the ultrasound photo, front and back, Cole's handwriting clear as day. Then the credit card statements. Every hotel charge highlighted. The folder of photos from our computer. Selected the ones with timestamps visible. Nothing too explicit, just enough. Cole and Aaliyah kissing in my living room. In my bed, in his car. Then screenshots from the burner phone. 8 months of messages. The pregnancy announcement. The plans to leave me. Everything. Typed one message. "Since everyone will hear their version tomorrow, here is the truth. Send." The chat exploded immediately. My phone rang. "Mom." I declined. Rang again. Declined and blocked her number. My cousin Antonio texted separately. "Holy S-word, dude." My Aunt Rosa left the group chat. My Uncle Tony, "Cole is a dead man." Then I opened Instagram. Cola's studio account. 45,000 followers. I had the password. He had asked me to post for him once when he was at a convention. Uploaded everything there too. Tagged the studio location, tagged his 3 business partners, added a simple caption. "Ask Cole tattoo artist about loyalty." Within 10 minutes the post had 200 comments. People were screenshotting before he could delete it. Refresh the page. Account deleted. Too late. Called my lawyer at 7 a.m. "I need emergency custody filing." "Today? What happened?" "Wife is pregnant with my brother, his baby." "I have evidence." "Jesus." "Come in at 9 a.m. By noon we had filed for emergency temporary custody citing adultery and emotional instability. Froze the joint accounts. Filed for divorce on grounds of adultery. Aaliyah called 43 times. I did not answer once. At 2 p.m., checked my phone. Cole's business partner Wade had posted in their studio his Facebook group. Effective immediately, Cole is no longer affiliated with Apex Inc. We do not tolerate this behavior. At 3 p.m., got a call from an unknown number. Almost did not answer. "Mr. Dustin?" Female voice. "This is Principal Morrison from Whitfield High. Aaliyah is boss. Several parents have forwarded us concerning social media posts about Mrs. Aaliyah. We need to discuss her employment status. That is between you and her. The posts suggest activities that violate our moral conduct clause. We are placing her on administrative leave pending investigation." "Okay. Mr. Dustin, we need to know if these allegations." "Check your email. I just sent you everything." Hung up. By evening the damage was complete. Cole lost his biggest contract, a monthly residency at Voltage Music Hall where touring bands got work done. 3 other clients canceled appointments. His partners sent a formal buyout notice. Take $30,000 and leave or they would force a sale. Aaliyah got a text from the district. Report to Human Resources Monday morning. But I was not done. Went to the bank. Moved our entire investment portfolio, $67,000 in index funds and bonds, into an irrevocable trust. Named Mia and Noah as beneficiaries. Added a provision I had had my lawyer draft. Additional dependent children of Aaliyah receive support only after both biological parents complete 2 years of court-approved counseling and maintain verified full-time employment for 24 consecutive months. No free rides. No shortcuts. Set up automatic child support payments from Aaliyah as portion of our checking the maximum allowed by state guidelines. She would see that Monday when she tried to buy groceries. That evening I picked up the kids from daycare like nothing happened. "Where is mommy?" Mia asked. "She had to go on a trip for work." "Is Uncle Cole coming for dinner Sunday?" "No, sweetheart. Not anymore." Gave them dinner bath stories. Normal dad stuff while their mom is world burned down. At 9 p.m., put them to bed. Kissed their foreheads. Told them I loved them. At 9:47 p.m., heard car doors outside. Looked out the window. 3 cars in my driveway. My mother is Lincoln. Cole is Challenger, him driving with a face full of bandages. Aaliyah is Honda. Mom got out first already crying. Cole limped out, nose clearly broken, both eyes black. Aaliyah emerged last looking like she had aged 5 years in one day. They walked to my door together, my mother, my brother, my wife. The doorbell rang. I grabbed the printed bank statements showing what I had done with the money, the custody filing, the trust documents, everything. Then I opened the door. "Stop destroying this family," my mother sobbed. I smiled. "I am just getting started." I held up my phone, already recording. "You are on camera. Just so we are clear." My mother pushed past me into my house. "We are going to talk about this like adults." "Adults?" I laughed. "Which one? The adult who F-word my wife? Or the adult who F-word my brother?" "Dustin." Mom, his voice cracked. "That is enough." Cole could not look at me. His face was a mess, purple and yellow bruising around both eyes, nose packed with gauze. Aaliyah stayed by the door like she might bolt. "Sit," Mom ordered, pointing at my couch. "My own couch. This is my house. I do not care. Sit down." I sat. Kept recording. Mom stood in front of me like I was 12 again and she had caught me stealing quarters from her purse. "You have destroyed your brother's career. Aaliyah lost her job. You are being vindictive and cruel." They had 8 months to think about consequences. "People make mistakes." "Mistakes?" I pulled out the printed screenshots. "This was a mistake?" Slapped them on the coffee table. Messages between them. Planning. Scheming. Laughing about how clueless I was. Mom, his face went white reading them. "Still think I am being vindictive?" Cole finally spoke, voice muffled through the bandages. "I am sorry." "You are sorry?" I stood up. "You are sorry you got caught." "No, we did not plan for it to happen." 8 months. "Dustin, please." Aaliyah stepped forward. "Think about the kids." "I am thinking about them. That is why I filed for emergency custody." Her face crumbled. "You cannot take my kids." "Our kids. Who you exposed to this S-word. Bringing him around them, lying to them, making them accomplices to your affair. They do not know. Mia told me last week that Uncle Cole brings you flowers when you are sad." "Kids are not stupid, Aaliyah." Silence. Mom grabbed the bank statements from the table. "Read them." "Read them again." "You moved all the money?" "Into a trust for Mia and Noah." "What about?" She stopped herself. "The baby?" I looked at Aaliyah, then Cole. "There is a provision for that too." Handed them the trust document. "Watch them read the clause about counseling and employment requirements." "You cannot do this," Aaliyah whispered. "Already done. That baby needs support. Then get jobs. Both of you. Get counseling. Prove you can be stable parents. Or do not and figure it out yourselves." Cole stood up. "You vindictive piece of." "Careful," I said, stepping toward him. "You are in my house again." He backed down. The tough tattoo artist with 45,000 followers reduced to nothing. "I will contest this," Aaliyah said. "My lawyer will." "Your lawyer will tell you that adultery changes everything in this state. Check the statute." Mom was crying now, real tears. "This family is broken." "No, Mom. It was broken when you spent 30 years telling Cole he was special while I was just dependable. When you made excuses for everything he did. When you taught him he could take whatever he wanted. That is not. Last Christmas you gave him $5,000 for his studio. You gave me a gift card to Home Depot. For $50. She could not answer. He F-word my wife. In my bed. Got her pregnant. And you came here to defend him. He is my son. So am I." That hung in the air. Aaliyah suddenly spoke up, her voice different. Desperate. "We need to talk. Alone. We have lawyers for that." "No, Dustin. Please. 5 minutes." I looked at her. Really looked. Something in her eyes was different. Scared. 5 minutes. Outside. We went to the porch. The others stayed inside. "What?" She was shaking. Actually shaking. "I need to tell you something. If it is another lie. The baby." She could barely get the words out. I told Cole it was his. "And?" "To hurt you. To make you let go. To make this easier. My blood went cold. What are you saying? She looked me straight in the eyes. Tears streaming down her face. The baby is yours, Dustin. I lied to everyone. The world tilted. I have only been with him for 3 months. The pregnancy is 4 months. The dates. Check the dates. I stared at her. You are lying. Get a test. Please. Get a test. Why would you? Because I knew I could not have both of you. And I chose wrong. Everything I had built in my head. Everything I had destroyed. Everything I had burned down. The baby is yours, she whispered again. I looked at her for a long moment. Then I laughed, actually laughed. Nice try. Dustin, get a paternity test. If it is mine, we will co-parent through lawyers. If it is his, that is your problem. She grabbed my arm. I am telling you the truth. You would not know the truth if it knocked you up. I pulled free, which apparently it might have. Went back inside. Mom and Cole were huddled on my couch whispering. Get out. All of you. But she said. Mom started. I heard what she said. Changes nothing. Get out of my house. They left. Aaliyah tried one more time at the door, but I just pointed to the street. Watched them drive away, then went to check on my kids. Still asleep, still innocent. The paternity test results came 3 weeks later. Cole is. The dates Aaliyah gave me were BS word. Another lie to try to keep some hook in me. The lab was definitive 99.97% probability. I forwarded the results to my lawyer, her lawyer, and for good measure my mother. The divorce went through in 4 months. Fastest the state allows with kids involved. I got primary custody. Aaliyah's moral turpitude and job loss made it easy. She got weekends supervised for the first 6 months. Cole's studio went under completely. His partners bought him out for $30,000, barely enough to cover his debts. He tried getting work at other shops, but in a city this size, word travels. Nobody wanted the drama. Last I heard, he moved to Arizona, working at a strip mall tattoo place that does infinity symbols and butterflies. Aaliyah lost her counseling position permanently. The district does not play with scandal. She is substitute teaching now, making a third of what she used to. Living in a 2-bedroom apartment on the south side with Cole's baby. They are still together supposedly, though my cousin Antonio told me he saw Cole on Tinder last month. Leopards and spots. Mom tried reaching out for 2 months. Calls, texts showing up at my house. I never answered. Never opened the door. She finally sent a letter, pages of apologies, justifications, promises to do better. I sent back the custody paperwork with Cole's name circled as the biological father. Have not heard from her since. The trust I set up is ironclad. Aaliyah's lawyer tried 3 different angles to break it. Failed every time. That baby Cole's son gets nothing unless they both complete the counseling and work requirements. 2 years of proof that they can be stable functioning adults. They are 6 months in. Cole failed his first substance test, weed, and had to restart the clock. Aaliyah missed 2 counseling sessions for emergency child care issues. Reset. Meanwhile, I got promoted. Regional manager for the entire Southwest Division. Funny how much energy you have when you are not carrying someone else's lies. Bought out Aaliyah's equity in the house, refinanced at a better rate. Even started dating a civil engineer named Brooke who works for the county. She has got her own kids, her own divorce story, her own boundaries. We understand each other. Mia asked about her mom last week. Why she does not live with us anymore. Sometimes people make choices that change things, I told her. Did mommy make a bad choice? Yeah, sweetheart. She did. Are you sad? Not anymore. And I meant it. Last Tuesday I took the kids to their school's science fair. Mia won 2nd place for her solar panel project. Guess she inherited something useful from me. We were celebrating when I saw them across the gymnasium, Aaliyah exhausted, struggling with a stroller, the baby crying. Cole nowhere to be seen. Probably working late like she used to. We made eye contact. She looked broken. Aged 10 years and 8 months. The kind of tired that sleep does not fix. She started walking toward us. Daddy, look. Noah pulled my attention away, showing me his friend his volcano project. When I looked back, she had stopped halfway. Just standing there holding Cole as baby, watching me with my kids. Our kids, the life she threw away for 8 months of sneaking around. I nodded once. Not forgiveness. Not acknowledgement. Just nothing. Then I turned back to my kids, my life, my future. Behind me I heard the baby cry harder. I heard her walking away. I did not look back. Some things once broken cannot be rebuilt. Some choices cannot be undone. And some people learn that too late. But that is not my problem anymore. Never was. Never will be again. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.